So the Supreme Court just overturned Roe v. Wade. I am sickened. As a spiritually awakened person, I know that this has to all be part of the plan, the greater divine plan. But as a human woman, I am infuriated and disgusted. They have no idea what a Pandora's box they just opened. The fact that in 2022 we have less rights than our mothers did. They're already calling for an attack on all of the other rights and precedents that Roe covered and that the 14th Amendment covers. They're already calling for multiple forms of contraception to be banned, period. If you're caught with an IUD, you could end up in prison, because they want to replenish their domestic supply of babies for adoption. There aren't enough little white babies going around, is what they mean. So they need to use women as breeders to replenish their white supply of babies. The whole thing is disgusting. It's disgusting. It is anti-feminist. It is racist. It is everything ugly, everything patriarchal, everything misogynistic. And I'm having a very hard time coping in this moment. So I'm just trying to breathe and keep one hand gripping onto the knowledge that this is all part of the plan. The universe knows what it's doing. And the other part of me is trying to, I was just standing here making my lunch, which I need to be doing. I was standing here trying to think of, I mean, it's obvious why this is bothering me. Who wouldn't be bothered by this? I mean, if you have a human bone in your body anyways, human heart. But specifically, what is triggering such strong emotion in me, specifically? And what came to me are all of the memories of all of the times and examples throughout my life of all the times through my life when men or the church or toxic Christianity and purity culture and the patriarchy judged me, held control over me, forced me into situations that were so detrimental to me and my life and my children. And that makes me so angry. And I know this is a really heavy conversation for my channel. I don't normally go there this deep on this channel, but oh, I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. How dare these archaic old white men and these patriarchal women sit there and dictate what happens to a woman? They have no idea the pain and the tough decision making that goes into a decision like that. Now, I've never had an abortion, but I know people who have, and the struggles that they had to go through coming to that emotional decision. I also know that I was raised in an extremely toxic Christian environment, and I was raised to be as far pro-life as you could get. As a teenager, I was taken to all of the pro-life rallies and marches. I have marched on DC, I marched in Cleveland, I went to protests, I was very pro-life. Until I found out that my very abusive husband had been raping my nearly 10-year-old daughter for the last few years at that time. And I had to take her to the emergency room and have a rape kit done on her. And when she heard the doctor say, we're gonna have to do a pregnancy test, her little 9-year-old eyes got huge and looked at me and started crying and said, Mommy, I couldn't be pregnant by him, could I? And in that moment, that fast, I thought, absolutely fucking not. We will get you an abortion. That evil will not stand. And in that moment, that fast, I got it. And I thought, I will never again judge another person who's in a situation to decide whether or not they should bring a baby into the world. Ever. And it was in that moment that I became staunchly pro-choice. Like I said, I've never had one. Personally, I'm not sure that I would be able to. But I will die on this hill protecting your right to have one, except that right doesn't exist anymore. The thing is that abortion was not created with Roe versus Wade, and it will not go away with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade only meant the end of women dying from abortions in unsafe situations. I need some time to process this. My heart is so heavy. The Supreme Court needs to know how unhappy a majority of the citizens of this country are now with their decision, because the majority did not want this. A small little pod of toxic Christianity wanted this. I'm not okay with that. Are you? So it's several hours later, and I've not been able to quit crying all afternoon. And at first, I mean, I'm not, I know why, but I don't know why I'm feeling this so intensely. It interrupted meetings today. I had a one-on-one with my boss today, and I had to tell her, like, I need a minute. I can't even talk. And she hadn't heard the news yet, and so when I was finally able to choke out the words to her, she understood. I'm grateful she was sympathetic. I've had moments where I am okay. They don't last for long, and always there, just under the surface, is this. I kept asking for help figuring out, like, what is it that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling this so intensely? And I was told that I'm feeling the grief of all of the women. Basically, I'm tapped into the collective consciousness of not only ROE, but of all the women who have either suffered or died at the hands or because of unsafe abortions, or of all the women who have suffered oppression due to the patriarchy through history, of all of the women who poured their blood, sweat, and tears into fighting for women's autonomy. And I asked multiple times, because I mean, I had to, like I said, I had meetings with my boss. I had to call doctors' offices. I've had to call patients today. And I kept asking to help ground this and transmute it. I asked several times to help me disconnect from these collective consciousness. And here I am. The grief is thick and the sorrow is heavy. And so there's a reason that I'm not disconnecting. I was just told that I came here to bear witness to women's need for freedom. I feel that. I feel that deeply in my soul. That resonates. One of my main life themes was to come to be here, to be an example of freedom, to fight for women's freedom, and to bear witness for women's need for freedom and autonomy. And so I'm just going to sit here and hold space for the energy of all of the women whose backs I stand on. And I'm just going to hold space for them. I'm just going to allow this emotion and these feelings that need felt, that are really wanting to present themselves in this moment. I'm just going to allow them to be, because I can't stop them. I've tried. I send honor. I send honor and love to every woman who has come before me in all directions of space and time, who has suffered under the tyranny of misogyny and the patriarchy and oppression. I send honor and love to every woman throughout the course of history who has fought for the freedom and the autonomy of women everywhere. I send honor and love to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She fought long and hard to protect our freedoms. I'm grateful for her. I wish things had played out slightly differently so that we could have replaced her with a like-minded person before it was too late, but I still love her and honor her, and I'm grateful for her and her lifelong fight for the rights of women. I send honor and love and light and healing to every woman who never had a voice. Who suffered abuse or oppression, assault, trauma, who toiled under heavy burdens, who raised children, by themselves, even in a partnership, if they had a horrible partner. I send honor and love to all women who came before. And I send love and healing to all women who are here now. May hearts be opened that are closed. May women be kept safe, because this does not end abortion. This only ends safe abortion. And I send love, light, and healing to the world, and specifically the United States of America, for any of the rights that they're going to come after next. So this morning, I feel a little bit better. I mean, sleep does wonders, right? I'm still feeling very tearful. Yeah, I feel very tearful, very emotional, and still tapped in, but not quite as much. It's like I was channeling the energy, I was channeling the emotion and the grief of the women who have gone before. And it was just, I couldn't turn it off. Anyways, I'm not going to get back into it. I don't want to start crying. So Courtney and I, where can I set you? Courtney and I were supposed to, I set you here. Courtney and I were supposed to go to get pedicures this morning. I thought that maybe that would, she thought maybe that would make us feel better and whatnot. And in typical fashion, I feel like you can't see me, like mother, like daughter, woke up this morning and she's like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, I don't either. And she's like, do you want to just go get breakfast? And I'm like, yes. So she and Amelia and my son-in-law Anthony are on their way to pick me up, and we're going to get some breakfast. And yeah, that's funny. She's like, I don't feel like shaving my legs. And I'm like, I don't feel like listening to some woman talk smack about me in another language because I haven't had a pedicure in 3 years. So, I mean, it's not like I have troll feet, but I haven't had pedicure since mid-2019 when I stopped getting my nails done. And then the pandemic hit. So I haven't had a haircut or a manicure or pedicure since 2019. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know that I'm up for that. Let's just go eat food. So they're on their way to get me now. I have nowhere to sit you. The battery on my camera died, and so I'm using my phone, and it's quite uncomfortable to hold. Does that work? I don't know if you can see me. I'm wearing one of my jumpsuits I bought. Anyways, it's so comfortable Telling you guys, if you haven't gone to buy one of these things yet, you should, because they are so comfortable. I did return the one that I have that was like a terracotta color, like a rusty orange color. I returned that one because I don't need 3 of them. I'm not gonna wear that many, but I kept the olive green one and the black one, and I love them so much. Perfect summer outfit for when you don't want to like put shorts on and show your legs. The only thing is, it's a pain when you have to go pee, but anyways, I can't wait to go get some breakfast and some coffee. Hi, family. How was your food? Good. Yeah. Hi, Ermi. Hi, Mom. That glare is bad. I know. I think I'm finally convincing her to start a video. I mean, start a YouTube.
I look so bad. Why are you doing this right now?
You guys are always asking for her. Comment and tell her you want her. I think we have her almost
see
convinced.
your comments. I'm just scared, but
do y'all think that she should start a YouTube?
Yeah. I've been telling her.
Yeah, she'd be good at. I think you need to finally get on there with me. You were going to talk about tarot with me.
I have social anxiety.
But there's really no one there. Like, it's just you, me, and a camera.
It is just a camera until Mom posts it.